What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Friday evening. Just got out of the shower. About to do a little meeting. And yes, my alarms are still chirping. These things use 9-volt batteries, and I'll admit, I've been kind of lazy in getting the batteries for the alarms. I will get them, trust me. So this will probably be the last video where you hear that chirping sound. But the reason why I made this video is, some people have actually asked me about Dave Palumbo's video last week on Turkesterones and stuff like that. And, I've been meaning to get around to it, but, David Palumbo is 90% absolutely wrong about Turkesterones, which, it comes in a bunch of different names, and I'm going to tell you why. First off, he is correct on this Turk stuff here being marketed by these companies. They've been making it out to be anabolic steroids, and they're selling it for a very high price. And the truth of the matter is that Turkesterones is the lesser form of plant sterols. Basically, it's step one. A more highly concentrated form of Turkesterones is ecdysterones. And you've probably seen them marketed for at least 50 years. And that's where I have to call out Dave Palumbo. Now, this is not going to be some personal put down or anything like that. I mean, we're at the age to where, we're not going to go and put each other down. At least I'm not. I'm not going to treat this like a general get big fight or anything like that. But the thing about it is ecdysterones have been tested for almost 50 years. If the products didn't work, they would have been off the market a long time ago. They were recently tested as late as last year by the World Anti-Doping Agency, to where they were proven to increase muscle mass, and even certain athletes 1 rep maximum bench press. And you guys can go look that up, basically. Now, as far as ecdysterones, they're not going to turn you into Ronnie Coleman, but they have shown some positive responses here, And I'm just talking about ecdysterones, not Turkesterones, because Turkesterones is the lower form. It's no different than Smilax root. Smilax root, when the concentrated form of Smilax root is actually a more potent type of testosterone. The thing about it is any type of product that's concentrated, it's going to be a lot more potent than the original. It's like, opium, and then you got heroin. Heroin is a more concentrated form of opium, and this is all the latter, basically. Ecdysterones is the concentrated form of Turkesterones, period. So the ecdysterones, I mean, they work very well, and they're very cheap to get as well. Don't go out there and fall for these scam artists getting the lesser form of ecdysterones, which is Turkesterones. Get the real stuff there, And like I said, you're going to notice some serious improvements. Don't just get that neither, because plant sterols are, amazing. They're basically, they lower cholesterol, they improve blood functions. I still use plant sterols. I don't use ecdysterones, but I have used them before. But mainly I stick with plant sterols, excuse me. These words get kind of mixed up over course of time there, basically. And they go by so many different names. I mean, my friend Paul Becker from Truly Huge, he sells something called Ecdybolin. And then you got other names, and then you got plant sterols, plant sterones, and stuff like that. But don't get confused. Basically, ecdysterones, turkesterones, all of these are plant sterols, basically. And plant sterols as a whole work. So that's why I say Dave Palumbo is about 90% wrong about it there, I mean, he is somewhat correct on the other 10% where people are trying to scam people. But these products actually work, and they work quite well. And not only that, they're very cheap. So, you don't have, and the reason why I recommend them is, again, not so much as increasing muscle mass, which it does a smidgen a bit, but it actually helps with blood function. It helps with cholesterol, and it actually helps with fatigue as well. All of these encompass, healthy and proper training. So if your blood function's good, you're less fatigued working out, then you're going to train harder, and subsequently you're going to build that muscle mass. Period. But that's all I got to say today, people. Other than that, check out my chest hairs. Woo! I'm just messing here. You guys take care.